Hey guys, Cecilia here. I thought that I answered some of you guys' questions. I'm actually in the middle of recording my What is a Calling Part 2. And as I was going through my notes, I thought, hey, let me answer some of the questions that the 1 million question that most people like to ask me, and some that most people like to throw in my face, like, when you advise people and they're like, oh no, it's so easy for you because it's easy for you to be a Christian, because you're this or you're that. But the one thing that I'll tell you is this: being a Christian is not easy. It is not easy at all. I don't know what other Christian leaders say, but for me, my answer is this: it is not easy, but it is a fight that's worth fighting for. But let's get right into it. So the question is always, how do I keep myself composed to God? How do I keep my eyes on God, and how do I keep myself reserved to Him? And I have all the answers right here. So so first thing I'm gonna say is this: I have books that I like to read that helps me keep my eyes on God. I would say that most times whenever I'm at school, I have a schedule. I actually do have a schedule of what I do at certain times: when I read the Bible, when I like to pray, when I like to study, and when I spend time with God, of course. So definitely discipline. You have to discipline yourself for those things, because if you're not really disciplined, you won't remember. That's the thing. That's what I noticed for me too. Like, you won't remember if you're not disciplined. So my collection of books, I have a lot of books, but these are the few books that I'm going to share with you guys, because they've been very helpful to me. First thing, this is my favorite book right here. It's called The Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. The Battlefield of the Mind. It's a great book. It basically helps you with the way of thinking in life. Like, it helps you think negatively. Because, sometimes bad thoughts can creep into your head. Like, thoughts of fear, thoughts of doubt, thoughts of all sorts of thoughts that we go through as a human being. But this book right here helps you just know how to block out wrong thoughts and to start thinking really good thoughts. Second books I'm going to show you are these sets of books. One, A Safe Refugee. I don't know if y'all can read that. Yeah. And then second, In the Shadow of His Wings. Third, In the Presence of God. I actually bought all these books together. I bought them at the store of Rose. I don't know if you guys, most of you guys should know what that store is. These books are basically, they basically explain things based on scriptures in the Bible. They'll have like a certain verse, and then explain stories in the Bible. Basically, they have like those stories in the Bible to help you keep your eyes on God and stuff. And yeah. And then I'm currently reading this book right now. It's called Lost and Found by Sarah Jakes. Actually, it's a very good book. I've heard about this book for a while, but I didn't go get it right away. I don't know why, but I don't know, it's just something in me led me to just want to go get it. But it's an amazing book so far. Basically, she talks about her life, on how she came from being failing to sin, and how she rose above that sin. You know what I mean? Those scenes and stuff, because everyone has been through that downfall in life. So she explains her life. She's very authentic, which is what I love about it. But if anyone ever wants to borrow my book and read it when I'm done, I don't have a problem sharing. Okay, so here's some other books. This is Up Close and Personal with Jesus. This one was given to me by my pastor, Pastor Mumi. She wrote this book, actually. This is her book, and it's an amazing book. I think I was reading this book when I was kind of hitting my downfall, as in like I lost my love of reading the Bible. I mean, I didn't lose my love, but I just wasn't reading it much, to where I kind of felt like I felt really just down, you know what I mean? But this book was amazing because it actually helped me bring myself back to righteousness. Like, it just helps you pursue that righteousness, and just keeps pursuing God and love and intimacy with Him, just you and Him. And I feel like it's a beautiful thing. And this is the other book by my pastor, who was her husband, Pastor Toye, too. It was an amazing book. This is another book by my other pastor, Pastor Tolu, which is a great book too. Okay. Oh yeah, I just recently got this book about a week ago, A Little God Time for Women. I haven't really started reading it yet, but basically from the introduction and stuff, it basically helps you learn how to take some time off for Jesus, basically. And yeah. Now, how do I remember to do all this? Well, okay, my book kind of erased some of my notes that I write, by the way, but this is my little reminder. I have a little office in my house that I like to do my homework in, read the Bible. I spend most of my time in that. So this hangs on the wall in there in my office, and I wrote down, this is do not forget to pray and read the Bible. So it basically, whenever I come, because okay, I sit here and it's kind of like on my office, like on this wall, so I can really just see it. And I write most of my homeworks, like chapters. Okay, my books kind of erased that because I had them on top. But so this is like, my homework stuff, what I have to read and stuff. So it's kind of erased. But this right here, I never erase it. I usually just erase the homework that I have to do. If I done it, I erase it. But that's very important to me. It keeps a reminder for me if, I don't read the Bible that day, if I don't pray, if I come home tired or something. This reminds me, like, hey, you don't forget to pray, don't forget to read your Bible. Also, this little sticky notes right here say the same thing. It's basically pray before and after you sleep. It's just a reminder, because sometimes you forget. Sometimes when you're tired, you kind of forget. So this is like a discipline for me. This is why it helps me discipline myself to kind of keep my eyes on God. This says read the Bible, pray, tell God everything before bed, lay out all your problems and stuff like that. You can write whatever you want. I mean, I'm not forcing anyone to do this, but if you're having a hard time remembering to pray and read your Bible, I feel like this is a really good way to go about it. You can put it anywhere that you feel like can remind you, just hang up the wall like I do and stuff. And yeah, so that's that. And the most important thing for me also is I write. Okay, I can't really find the actual book, another of my diaries that I actually used to write, but I basically write down like how I feel that day, or what I want to talk about, preach about, or how I'm feeling, poems, sadness, just when I'm sad or want to talk to God, or not, if I don't feel like talking to anyone or anything, I usually just write them down. I have a couple books and diaries that I do. I can't really find the one that I usually write on, but I think it says, yeah, it has like a little God message on it that kind of reminds me. So I usually write down sermons at the church, anything that I want to remember at church. I write down how I feel, and it's really good because it kind of like helps you go back to it to remember how I was feeling. Maybe it could be a year from now, some months, last week or something. It kind of helps me see my journey from where I came from, just being sad and not okay, to happiness, to progress, and just stuff like that. So it kind of just helps me with all that stuff. And just writing is therapy. I would say that I'm not forcing anyone again to do that, but if it's something that you'd like to try, I would recommend it because it's a beautiful thing. And it's just, there's some things that I go back into those, books that I write and then just be like, wow, God, just look how far you've brought me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Most importantly, let's not forget my Bible. This is my Bible. One of my close friends gave it to me. It's an amazing, amazing Bible. I have two, actually. And this is what I like to read. And I have another one. This is called The Voice. And it's like basically just a New Testament. This one has like a broader understanding of the Bible. It explains the Bible. It has like easy way of like reading it. Right now, when I started off reading the Bible, I actually started off in New Testament, which I'm still reading in. I started from the beginning, of course. From the beginning of it, which is the book of Matthew and stuff, and just started going down, and it makes sense that way. I didn't want to just start in the middle, but I started from the beginning, and it makes sense that way. So if anyone would like to pick this out too, it's an amazing book. I actually got this from one of my friends at school. She's also a Bible study leader at this campus church. So they had a camp, so I got this out. But I'm sure you can buy it online. They have this online or something. But it's an amazing Bible. So I always refer to, if I don't understand anything in here, if I don't understand a certain chapter or something, I always go back and just read this one, and it always comes through to help me out. So yeah, this is how I help myself, keep my eyes on God. I read these books. If I'm not reading my Bible, this is what I read. I just like it. It's like therapy. It just keeps your eyes on God. It keeps you, reading is actually reading is amazing. You know what I mean? Reading helps you know new things that you may not have thought about. It helps you get a new perspective of how to think on different subjects and stuff. So that's a few of my books I like to read. Also, like, I like to challenge myself and read like a certain number of books a year and stuff, and which is beautiful. Like, I feel like we should never be ashamed to show God the love that we have for him. We should never be ashamed to be a reader. You should never be ashamed to just proclaim your gospel and stuff, because that's what Jesus came on this earth for. And I feel like we should just do the same. We should keep that tradition, keep his word and stuff. There's some people who judge me for choosing this path because they feel like, oh, I'm too young, I'm not having fun. But that's not what I think. I think that I am doing what God led me on this earth to do. I'm doing my calling. This is my calling, which is actually the segment that I've been doing and stuff. So I'll try to post those videos for some people that haven't seen my segments of what is a calling, which I'm still not done with the other parts of them. But so these are what helps me keep my eyes on God. And discipline is what you need. And thank you so much for watching this video. And if you guys have any questions, just inbox me, comment on this video or anything, and I'll be here to help and answer anything. Have a blessed day.